Diplo became a superstar DJ, started his own label, Mad Decent, and teamed up with Skrillex to form Jack U.
The Grammy goes to... Where are you now, Skrillex and Diplo with Justin Bieber?
Before his bad boy attitude landed him some personal time with hottie superstar M.I.A. and later Katy Perry. Before Diplo garnered the title DJ of the Year by Spin Magazine in 2005 and worked on projects with Antwoord, Britney Spears, Madonna, Shakira, Beyoncé, no doubt Justin Bieber, Usher, Snoop Dogg, and even Chris Brown.
What is some key hand gestures that you do festival-wise?
Like a good one to do is like this, like.
Right, like I'm God.
Before Diplo would model for fashion designer Alexander Wang, before he was the face behind the BlackBerry Torch ad campaign that aired during the Super Bowl, and he did it all just for a free phone.
The BlackBerry Torch makes it simple because I'm always staying in touch with everybody.
Thomas Wes Pentz grew up in South Florida and worked in a bait shop with his dad with the dream of one day becoming a paleontologist. But his proximity to the Miami music scene exposed him to another passion, and he enjoyed traveling the world in search of music rather than studying old dinosaur bones. It took him some time to find his audience, working a bunch of random gigs while he moonlit as a DJ, building a loyal fan base. His electric taste was soon noticed by London rapper M.I.A, whom he would later enter into a long-term relationship with. Together, and with the help of DJ Switch, the three rose to fame in 2005 with their track Paper Planes, which earned for them a Grammy nomination, and from there, well, the man has had his hand in some of the most popular hits of the last decade.
Express yourself, release and go, attack the flow, and work your low. Express yourself, release and go, attack the flow, Diplo.
What's going on, guys? My name's Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Diplo prior to fame, here for you on Before They Were Famous. Now, you guys requested this video, and Billboard, they decided to share my Before They Were Famous I made on Deadmau5. So yeah, it appears we're doing something right. Let me know, as always, in the comments down below who you want me to document next.
I could make booty songs all day long. I don't know if
That's
you've ever heard the stuff I make.
Yes, I have.
Thomas Wes, or Wesley Pentz, was born on November 10th, 1978 in Tupelo, Mississippi, the son of Barbara Jean and Thomas Pentz. He is of German and English descent. Although he lived in a few different cities in the South, he mainly grew up in South Florida, and Wes spent his youth in his father's bait shop. Yeah, he was fixated on manatees, alligators, and dinosaurs with the hopes of becoming a paleontologist. Now, after the first Jurassic Park film came out, there wasn't a whole lot of boys who weren't thinking the exact same thing. I know I was.
You are alive when they start to eat you. So, try to show a little respect.
However, he wound up pursuing an education in film studies, starting at a couple Florida colleges, but soon got the travel bug and moved temporarily to Japan. He had been constructing his own sound for some time and decided to send out a demo tape of his beat concoctions to Will Ashen, founder of UK independent hip-hop label Big Data Records. Will was impressed and signed him to the label, so Wes, he relocated then to Philadelphia and finished up his undergraduate degree there at Temple University. Now, this was back in 2003, and with all this going on, he also made time for a little love.
Oh, you had an experience?
I had a
with
girlfriend with a dirty belly button once, and I just remember touching her belly button, like all this dirt came out from underneath this top of the belly button.
He's now most commonly known as Diplo, but at the time he used a number of variations, including Wes Gully, Wes Diplo, and Diplodosis. Yeah, a name inspired by his love of dinosaurs. I told ya. To support himself during and after graduation, Wes took on a few different jobs in Philadelphia. He was a social worker, he worked as an after-school mentor, a movie theater employee, he was also a school teacher, and then he moonlit as a gig-by-gig DJ. Being between jobs, he was barely able to pay the rent, and the frustration, well, it was stunting his musical development. Soon he and another DJ in a similar situation, DJ Low Budget, well, they pooled their resources to start up their own club nights in Philadelphia, which they branded holotronics. It simply began as a fun night of genre-warping dance music, but it grew into an underground subculture drawing out crowds from all over the East Coast. Their brand gave them complete control of what they were able to play during their gigs, and under the holotronics moniker, Diplo and Budget released the highly praised Never Scared mixtape. It was listed as one of the New York Times top albums of 2003. The following year, Big Data, he released Diplo's solo debut album, Florida. His His unrelenting work ethic produced a considerable number of acclaimed mixed CDs, and soon his success allowed for him to take the next big step to becoming a world-class producer. Diplo built the Mausoleum, a video studio, recording studio, record label, office, gallery, and event space in Philadelphia. Since its inception, the Mausoleum has become the home to recording artists like Christina Aguilera, Shakira, M.I.A, Black Star, and Paper Route Gangsters. By now, Diplo was taking his sound to venues all over the world, and during one of his shows at Fabric Club in London, he was approached by artist M.I.A. She had heard one of his singles and thought he was right up her alley. Despite him being a white dude from Florida and her being a Sri Lankan girl from England, well, their music direction was freakishly similar, so they decided they had to collaborate. Together, these two would make some incredible sounds, truly remarkable stuff, almost as good as Ross Geller's Raptor impression. In 2004, the two made Piracy Funds Terrorism Volume 1, a mixtape that introduced M.I.A. outside of UK borders. The New York Times called it the album of the year, and the two, well, they rose to fame. The two naturally became romantically involved, and Diplo went on tour with M.I.A. He was her DJ. Through her, Diplo met London-based DJ Switch, and together they created the Grammy-nominated track Paper Planes. That song, it peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, and what a fantastic fucking track. Every time I hear it, I make like shotgun motions. Also, it was in Pineapple Express, it kinda made the movie. Thug life. But then all of a sudden, fame caused a rift between the two lovebirds as M.I.A. accused Diplo of resenting her and trying to hold her back. They split up after 5 years of being together. Although him and M.I.A., well, they were done with, Diplo maintained a good relationship with DJ Switch. Remember fellas, it's bros before hoes.
Bros before hoes. Why? Because your bros are always there for you. They have got your back after your hoe rips your heart out.
The two then began traveling the world, stopping for some time in Jamaica to record a new conceptual project they titled Major Lazer. Not only did they mix together the country's local sounds with their biggest artists, they also conceptualized a fictional character complete with a ridiculous and elaborate backstory. The Major was a Jamaican commando who lost his arm in a zombie war, and he was rescued by the US military, who gave him lasers as prosthetic limbs. His cover is that of a dancehall nightclub owner from Trinidad, and he enlisted the help of longtime allies and producers Diplo and Switch, of course. Now this sounds pretty dope to me. I mean, these boys, they are creative geniuses, but for this idea, I feel like they should have given some credit at least to that Jamaican bud. This outlandish idea and their first album working as Major Lazer, titled Guns Don't Kill People, Lasers Do, well, it was a hit. Major Lazer would continue to find an unbelievable amount of success. Their track Lean On became the most played song on Spotify, and the music video has brought in over 1.3 billion views. And that's not even on Vivo. So big props to them. Well, they kept it independent and they're still killing it. Since Major Lazer, well, Diplo has also formed Jack U with fellow superstar Skrillex. Together, they would get their hands on 2 Grammys in 2016. And on top of this, well, he also fathered 2 sons with baby mama Catherine Lockhart. And I know there's a lot of ladies who are mega fans of Diplo, so that's why I placed that at the end. I didn't want to break your heart too early, and I wanted you to watch the video.
And since then, like, it was like 10 girls the next day, and it was like 100 girls the next day, and then it was just like every week.
As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is before they're famous. My name is Mike McCracken. Thanks for checking out my personal channel. I do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. I've done a few DJs in the past, including Skrillex and Deadmau5, but I've done Justin Bieber, I've done Beyonce, I've done a whole lot of people. I haven't done M.I.A. If you guys want to see that, or anyone, let me know in the comments down below. See you guys in another video. Boom! How about them dinosaur references? Those are my fave.
Alan!